and today we ask a heavy question. Where are the voices of our governors? Since the arrest and continued detention of Nnamdi Kanu, there has been anger on the streets, noise on social media, and even reactions from international community. But what do we get from our governors? Silence. Pure silence. You know, the very men who stood before us during elections, shouting, "I will represent you." And now they are mute at the face of injustice. Today, we expose the silence. We unpack the politics. And we ask the question every Igbo youth is now asking. Do our leaders really speak for us or for Abuja? That is a nice question. What have they said since Southeast was plunged into this disaster? What have they said or have not said? Now we're going to look at the records. We're still talking about Nnamdi Kanu. Since Nnamdi Kanu was abducted from Kenya in 2021, and despite several court rulings ordering his release, how many Southeast governors have publicly stood up for him? Even if you don't like him, at least for the sake of saving our region. You could not stop the seat at home. So, if you can't beat them, you join them. We're not saying join IPOB, but at least do something to help the people. How many of our governors have called a press conference? How many have visited him at DSS custody? How many have issued a joint communique? The answer is very few, or no. I think Soludo visited him, but Soludo, he went there and came out and started dancing another tune. What they did was to be quiet, you know, one-liners like, oh, we hope the federal government will consider dialogue. Hope. That's their position. And hope is not a strategy. Hope is not leadership. Action is leadership. Many of them were silent hoping. And the worst of all is that some of them have been even joined to condemn the same people they were elected to protect. If the South leaders have spoken in one voice, even if they don't like Nnamdi Kanu, at least for the sake of saving Southeast. So, what I see from their silence is that it is not neutral. Their silence is not neutral. It is political. And it is painful. There is this fear factor in them. Or why are they quiet? Now, let's not pretend. These governors are not foolish. They know the truth. But perhaps they are afraid. Afraid of losing federal favor. Afraid of losing contracts, appointments, security votes. Afraid of being tagged sympathizers of IPOB. So they play it safe. They sit in Abuja meetings. They clap for policies that injure their own people. And when they return home, they pretend all is well. I heard some of these governors does not even sit in their stay in their state. They always fly back to Abuja. That is what I heard. They go to work when there is an important thing. They go back to their state. But leadership is not about playing safe. Leadership is about standing for justice, even when it's risky. And let me tell you, their silence has consequences. Now look at the cost of betrayal. The people no longer trust them. Igbo youths now call them Abuja boys, because they also dance to the tune of Abuja. That is what the youth chant. Our governors are called Abuja boys because some of them reside in Abuja while ruling our states. And according to the resounding voice in the East now, no Kanu, no vote. They say we know they listen to them again. Now only during campaign them they remember us. So their silence has become fuel for frustration. While our streets in the southeast cry for justice, the governors hold banquets. While our people are sitting at home every Monday in protest, they attend political strategy meetings, these governors. You know, gradually I'll be coming to everybody. You see, I took a whole week to be discussing this particular issue because it's serious. Let me tell you, in a moment of injustice, silence is not wisdom, it is betrayal. You need to hear what the people are saying. Let's hear the voice of the people. From Aba to Oka, from Nsukka to Owerri. This is what the people are saying. If you can't speak for us, I'm talking about the governors, don't come back asking for our votes. Although some will rig their way in, whether you vote or not. You know, these people, they only remember us when they need something, the governors. You see them very soft. Oh, you see them going to drink gari in a dilapidated classroom with students. These guys are not our leaders. They are just political survivors. It is not just anger. It is deep disappointment. Governors who should be champion of justice have become coward of comfort. They are afraid. If we support Nnamdi Kanu, Tinubu or whoever is on top will make us lose our seat in the next election. You cannot represent a people whose pain you cannot speak. How many times do you hear these governors speak for us when it comes to the federal level? So now, we speak directly to every Southeast governor watching this. Please share this video to them so that they will see it. We're talking to them directly now. Governors, we're talking to you. Where do you stand? With the people who elected you or with the system that oppresses them? With the people who elected you or the system that oppresses the people? Governors, you cannot be silent when justice is ignored. You cannot be loud when your ambition is on the line, but mute when your people are crying. Now to our viewers, drop your comments, name your governor, share this video, let them hear it, spread it wide. Let them know that 2027 or any election around this time, which is not far, let them know that we are watching. And please, don't fail to subscribe to it.
Igbo kwenu? Yeah. Igbo kwenu? Yeah. Kwenu? Yeah. I don't think there's any other ethnic group in Africa that can do what Igbos are doing here today. That will show you the level of unity. Do you think in our lifetime we will ever see an Igbo president in Nigeria? It's your host, Chief Ken. The Oracle Show is currently at Enfield. So today is a day where the Igbos gather once in a year to celebrate the arts and culture of the good people of Igbo. What is so special about the Igbo?
If we can explain it, then we don't have enough to say. You know, they say the Igbos are very proud. We are proud for a reason. Because we have that confidence. We know, we believe in ourselves.
We have every reason to be proud.
We have every reason. Unapologetically.
We're go-getters. And we are foremost in anything we do. We are intelligent, super intelligent, we're innovative, we're daring, and we're above all, we're very competent.
God, can't you see how beautiful I am? And you need to ask that. Igbos are beautiful. We are happy people.
As Igbos, we have aura. I think we shoot for the stars. I think we're people that we don't take no for an answer. We give our best effort in all that we do, and we allow God to take control in everything so that we can be successful in all that we do.
It's personally for me, our resilience, our unity, and also our go-getting mindset. We have like a go-getter mindset, and we see something and we just go for it. No fear, no setbacks. We just literally go at on.
It's a spiritual identity. You know, people who know themselves. By the way, I suppose you know they are called Homo Chineke. So, and this is the identity. So, and if you watching most of the name, they're always being identified by God, Chineke. So, it's a special people.
We tend to have a lot of sides of Igbos and towns and villages and dialects, but when we all come together, it's a beautiful blend.
In fact, I don't know that we are much in the people of Igbo are many in this London.
Mama, please tell my viewers your name and where you are from.
Okay, my name is Rebecca Nwanta from Northia, Agwata local government. I live in London. I tried to come out because I haven't been coming out since. I tried to come out for this Igbo day. I prepared for coming out. That is why I'm here. I like the gathering of Igbo people. That's why I'm here. I'm not a young woman. By November, I'll be 96 years. 96 years. I want to go home and stay in the village. Till whatever will happen, that I'm the oldest woman in my family, in the village, in our village now. Therefore, I want to be in the village. But staying in the village while my children are outside, I cannot manage it alone. That is why I'm very anxious. I'm praying that God will do everything right so that I will go back to Nigeria. I have some of my children here, but I don't want to stay with them for a long time. I've stayed enough. I came here 2002. I'm more than 20 years here. Therefore, I'm getting bored. I'm getting tired. That is why.
Why so much hatred on the people that are so hardworking, community builders, community developers? Why?
If you're very successful and if you're doing well and people around you are not doing so well, it's only natural that envy and jealousy will come into it. That's all. There's nothing else.
If we are nothing, if we are nobody, people will not be bothered about the narrative they have about people.
Why you not gonna hate your enemy?
I don't think Igbos are hated. You understand? Because I was born in the north. Precisely, I was born in former Gongola, Newman, now known Adamawa State. As Nigerians, we complement each other.
I think it's out of jealousy. Everything you don't know how to do, you can meet the person that knows how to do it better to teach you how to do it, rather than find a way to feel jealous against that person. I think that's what Igbos are suffering in Nigeria today. Because the other ethnic groups, they believe there are a lot of things Igbos can do which they cannot do. So they believe that Igbos are well blessed by God, and they are lazy enough. They are lazy to the extent that they cannot even work hard to support themselves. Because someone that works hard does not have time for another person.
The Igbos by nature are people who are never say die. We are no situation is beyond us. We are inventive, we are wise, we are explorers, and we are persistent. Now that brings with it a lot of successes and also brings a lot of envy and jealousy. We as a people, we are most of the most friendly people you can get, but we are dynamic. Who hate us for the successes we have achieved? Who hate us for our never say die attitude, that we will succeed no matter what? An Igbo man is supposed to work 3 times a day as hard as any other to succeed. What others we give up, an Igbo man doesn't give up.
Well, I can't really tell why. There's a success always attract envy, and when people are not able to control their envy, it will lead to all sorts of things. So, but permit me to say this in it, but they said Ada Sombobo had a job. So we'll not, because of what we think, what other people think about us, and forget to celebrate ourselves.
To be very honest, I think I'm the wrong person to ask that question, because I do not see hatred. I do not see negativity. Right?
I think that there may be the illusion
all the reality of so much hatred towards the Igbo man, because the Igbo man carries so much strength silently, and I think a lot more people like to see that strength illustrated in a larger spectrum. But when we say we're going to do something, the Igbo is going to do it sooner or later, and I think that carries a kind of fear of the mystique of the future.
Some say that we are very dominating and we are fearless. Of course, we make nothing to so we bring we make nothing something. So that capacity is enough for somebody to jealous about you. So in such situation, people who have this inferiority complex will always, I don't want to say envy, but it is what it is, to be honest.
Do you think in our lifetime we will witness an evil president in Nigeria? We always hope that. But we know that Nigeria is an entity that has a lot of question marks. Firstly, when Nigeria was created, it wasn't created as purely a community or a country that should progress. The forefathers or those who put Nigeria together had in mind of a divide and rule. We should have gotten our independence before 1960, but those who were giving us independence refused to give it to us because they went behind the backs of those asking for independence and told some people that if you get this independence, some people will make you their slaves. And then they said they don't want independence again. We only got independence because we agreed to cede leadership to them. They were not prepared for any other way. So, will Nigeria ever have an Igbo president? Yes, it can happen. It will take a lot of peace building. It will take a lot of wisdom. Until we get a nation where truth is the forbearing word. Until then, we will never get anything meaningful as leadership in Nigeria.